I'm 82. I regret moving into a nursing home. Here's why. When you are young, you never think much about old age. You're too busy running, working, laughing, raising kids, paying bills, and chasing dreams. Old age is something that happens to others. It feels distant, almost unreal. But then one day you wake up with aching joints, white hair, and a slower body. And before you know it, you're 82, sitting by a window, thinking about all the roads you've walked, and the one mistake you can't seem to forget. That mistake for me was moving into a nursing home. On paper, it looked like the right decision. I was tired, my children were busy with their own lives, and I thought maybe I'd find peace and comfort here. But the reality has been far more complicated. If you are younger than me, or if you have parents or grandparents facing this decision, listen closely. What I'm about to share may save you from a lifetime of regret. 1. The loss of familiarity. The first thing I noticed after moving here was silence. Not the peaceful kind, but the hollow kind. In my old home, silence was filled with memories. The ticking of the same wall clock I'd owned for 40 years. The smell of my wife's old cupboard. The creak of the stairs that had carried my children up and down. Here in the nursing home, silence feels empty. The walls don't know me. The furniture isn't mine. Even the air smells strange, too clean, too polished, too impersonal. When you leave your home, you don't just leave a building. You leave the very stage on which your life was performed. And in that loss, a part of your identity slips away. 2. The routine that isn't yours. At 82, my body is slower, but my mind still craves freedom. I used to wake up whenever I wanted. Some days I'd stay in bed until 10, other days I'd be in the garden by 6. I'd eat when I felt hungry. I'd sip tea at midnight if I couldn't sleep. Here, life runs on the nursing home's clock, not mine. Breakfast is at 8, lunch at 12, dinner at 6. Lights out by 9. Every day looks like the last. It's a machine designed for efficiency, not individuality. First, I thought I'd get used to it. But after months, it still feels like I'm living someone else's life. That's the strange thing about aging, you lose so much already. And then when even your daily rhythm is taken away, you feel like you don't exist as you anymore. 3. The loneliness of being surrounded. People assume a nursing home must be lively. So many seniors together, so many staff members around. But let me tell you, loneliness here is sharper than the loneliness of being alone. Why? Because the people around you aren't your people. They don't know your history. They don't know the little details that make you, you. You can tell your stories, but it's never the same. When I sit with others here, conversations often loop around aches, pills, or the weather. Rarely do we talk about dreams, passions, or even the mischief of our younger days. Back home, even when I sat alone, I never felt truly lonely, because everything around me was connected to my life. Here, even in a room full of people, I sometimes feel invisible. 4. The disconnection from family. This one hurts the most. My children visit, yes, but not as often as they used to when I lived in my own house. It's not that they don't love me, I know they do. But something about the nursing home changes the relationship. When they visited me at my own house, they were coming home. They'd sit on the old sofa, flip through family albums, open the fridge like they owned it. We laughed more. We argued more. Felt alive. Now, when they visit, it feels like they're visiting a patient, not a parent. They sit politely, ask if I'm comfortable, then leave quickly. The warmth is gone. And sometimes when they say goodbye, I see relief in their eyes, relief that I am taken care of, so they don't have to worry as much. That relief cuts me deeper than they'll ever know. 5. The feeling of waiting. If I'm brutally honest, nursing homes often feel like waiting rooms for death. There's an unspoken heaviness in the air. Every few weeks, someone here passes away. Their room is cleared, their belongings boxed, and just like that, it's as if they never existed. The rest of us notice, of course, but we don't talk about it. We just shuffle past the empty room, silently wondering when it will be our turn. Back in my own home, even if death was near, life still felt like life. I could plant a flower, fix a broken chair, invite a neighbor for tea. Here, the future feels too short to plan, too uncertain to dream. And yet, the days stretch on, slow and repetitive. You're alive, but not really living. 6. The regret of not fighting harder. Sometimes late at night I ask myself, why did I agree to this move so easily? The truth is, I didn't want to burden anyone. I thought moving here was the responsible choice. But now I realize I robbed myself of my last years of true independence. I should have fought harder to stay in my own home. I should have asked for more help, hired part-time care, or simply trusted that my family could adjust. Old age already strips you of so much. Don't give it the satisfaction of taking your freedom away too soon. 7. What I wish I could tell the younger generations. If you're young, here's what I want you to take from my regret. Value your home. It's more than walls and furniture. It's the keeper of your soul. Don't give it up lightly. Prepare early. Save money, plan for help, and set things up so you can live in your home as long as possible. Talk openly. Don't assume your parents want what you think is best. Ask them. Listen to them. Don't trade freedom for convenience. Comfort in a nursing home is not the same as freedom in your own home. Visit often. If your parents or grandparents are in a nursing home, remember, one heartfelt conversation means more than any gift. 8. A flicker of hope. Now don't get me wrong. Not everything about nursing homes is bad. The staff here are kind. I'm safe. My medical needs are cared for. I even have a few friends who make the days less heavy. But safety is not the same as joy. Care is not the same as connection. And that, I think, is the hardest truth of old age. Sometimes the very things meant to protect you end up stealing the essence of life. At 82, I don't know how many years I have left. But if I could turn back the clock, I'd choose differently. I'd stay in my home, even if it meant struggle, even if it meant inconvenience. Because the struggle of living is far sweeter than the comfort of merely existing. Final thoughts. If you are reading this and you are younger, please don't wait until you're 82 to realize these truths. Build a life that allows you to age with dignity, in the place that feels like home. Don't make the mistake I made of trading freedom for false security. And if you are older like me and still have the choice, think carefully. A nursing home may offer care, but it can also take away the very things that make life worth living. I regret moving into a nursing home, and I don't want you to look back someday sitting in a sterile room like mine, whispering the same words. Because in the end, it's not the years that matter. It's the life inside those years. Hit that subscribe button and join us on a journey through the timeless wisdom of the older generation. Don't miss a single life-changing lesson.